Hi, ever wonder what it's like to work another profession or live in the underworld? Listen to unsuspecting riders give a 10 to 15 minute personal masterclass as I spontaneously interview them as they enter my taxi. I'm your host, Simon Rushton, and this is Taxi Chronicles. Morning. Yes, we're back. Another episode, another rider. Today we've got someone all the way from down under. I assume that's right, isn't it? For Kiwi. Yeah. Oh, down under. I'm not that. Down and under is actually Kiwi land, but I'm not sure if that classes, but we'll soon find out. We've been talking about clothing, the old Northface and Rab and Goose Down and all these other clothing brands and spectacles, and we also blended on talking about the New Zealand lockdown. So over to Bob. Nice to have you, Bob.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah. So Bob, let's start with some clothing first of all. What's your most preferred set of adventure clothing?
This is going to sound like a sponsorship gig for you, and it's not. So you should be getting paid for this first. Well, we're just talking. My favourite Kiwi brand is there's Icebreaker, which used to be better because it was I think it was better quality, and Macpac is the other one. But what were you saying? You like Rab?
Yeah, I like Rab. I noticed Bob has got a Rab jacket on. I believe it's English, not from the Highlands in England, but it could be Scottish. It's one of the two.
Keep it local.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
You know what? When I was in the military, somebody is explaining to me, we all used to wear, this is years ago, right. 10, 15 years ago, we all used to wear adventure clothing. I bring that as extra kit, if you see what I mean, because the military one didn't really last that long, or you just like to have your, what we call Gucci.
Yeah.
And I went crazy for Northface. Some people went for Rab. They said they went for Rab because everybody was starting to buy Northface. But also it's a cheaper version, but it's just as good, if not better, quality made.
Right.
And then there's going into the technical things of what windbreakers, the pocket size, whether you've got down, feathers, and all these kind of things.
Yeah, well, we're just saying, weren't we? I think for me, if you get merino, it doesn't smell and it's super warm. And if it gets wet, it's warm. So I think the recipe for me is like wool close to your skin, like a merino, so it doesn't itch. Like lamb's wool just for me itches big time. And then like a down and a waterproof on top, and then you're pretty much sorted.
The layer system.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't know. We used to wear thermals a lot when we were skiing and stuff like that at home.
I was going to ask, you sound like you're an adventurer.
Are
you a bit of a Red Bull man?
I just live in the city but wear adventure clothes. No, I used to be. I mean, it's sort of you grow up around in that sort of environment most of the time in New Zealand. Like if you're not, depending on where you live, but you're always pretty close to being able to get into like the mountains or stuff like that. And so we'd ski in the winter and surf in the summer.
I suppose because Lord of Rings was taken there, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, a lot of it, yeah.
So all that where the trolls or whatever they're called were chasing the hobbits through the wasteland or wonderland, that's your terrain.
Yeah, there's a bit of digital text in there. Apart from
the hobbits and
yeah, there's Gandalf and the hobbits. It is pretty. It's cool in that respect. Is that you can mountains and the coast are very close. You know, it's quite a.
Is it always cold? It looks freezing out there.
It's hot in the summer. Well,
really hot?
Yeah, in the north it's like you'll get between 25 to 35 depending, and it's pretty warm. Sun's a killer. Like
that must be full of mosquitoes then.
That
area.
The sandflies. We've got more sandflies because it's quite cool at night. So you get some mosquitoes.
So wait, what do the sandflies do? They bite you?
They bite you in the day. They're little fuckers. They bite. Can I swear on this podcast?
Yeah.
They bite you in the day. They're kind of like tiny, like midges, but they bite.
Okay.
And
does mosquito repellent do anything?
It does, but they're just like they'll swarm. You know, they're not. Some places are worse than others, but if like most of the tourists will complain more about the sandflies than the mosquitoes. Yeah.
I always wanted to go to New Zealand, but now you're kind of putting me off it.
That's our plan.
So you're very adventurous, and the country's a very outdoorsy country, yeah? So what I'm thinking here is, how are you not managing in a lockdown? And because you're tucked away, surely you don't really have to worry.
Well, it depends what you. I mean, not from the virus. I'll just say my sister moved from over to New Zealand recently, and she had 2 weeks in quarantine. She's just had a baby. So if you go back for more than 3 months, the government will pay if you're a citizen. So they put you up in a hotel room for 2 weeks, but you can only go out for 1 hour a day. It's like prison stuff. Yeah. And then obviously you're fine, so you can go into the community. But if you're staying for less than 3 months, you have to pay for it, and it's like $3,000 or something, 3,000. I think it's 3,000 New Zealand dollars, so about 1,500
So if you're
pounds.
staying there for less than 3 months as a national,
Even if you're a citizen, you have to pay. Yeah. So I couldn't go back for Christmas and have the government pay for me to just go on holiday, even if I quarantine for 2 weeks. If that makes sense. But if I'm going back for good, the government will put me up in a hotel, and then I can you stay in the hotel for 2 weeks, and then your happy days you can go outside. So there's no restrictions. So there's no social distancing or
no mask wearing or anything.
No, it's pretty much open because there's no cases anymore. But I think the original one in Australia that leaked was actually I think I've got this right, the guys who were looking after the quarantined, like the people in quarantine. I think one of the guys ended up hooking up with a girl who was in quarantine, and she had COVID, and that's how it got out to the community.
Okay.
So you can imagine being that guy.
Yeah. I wonder if he's still got his job. I don't know.
Great. Oh, he might do. Yeah.
Would you get the sack for that?
Oh yeah, like literally one job.
It's nature, isn't it? You just
yeah.
I was doing a public service. I suppose he might have got the sack from his wife if he was married. Yeah, in that respect. So what brought you to England then?
Well, I was actually born here. I was born just at St Thomas's actually, so pretty close. My parents lived over here. They're both New Zealanders, but so I lived here until I was about 4 years old.
So you got dual nationality?
Yeah, got dual citizenship, and then ended up. Most Kiwis sort of go overseas for a few years because we're so far away. It's nice to come and live in Europe. So I did a year and a half in Dublin, and then some time in Dubai, and then came here about 5-6 years ago. Yeah, so just kind of.
So do you see here as home or New Zealand as home?
No, New Zealand will always be home.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of that's where my family are. And my
you've got dual nationality though.
Yeah, I've got 2 passports. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So what's your profession then?
I work in finance. Yeah.
You're not a banker, are you?
Not a banker. Well, kind of in finance. I work in like sales finance. Organise sales teams basically.
Okay. And are you an avid rugby fan?
Yeah. I'd fall into that category as well. Stereotypical Kiwi.
Did you play rugby at school?
I did, yeah. I played.
I never got to play rugby. I always missed it. I thought that would be a sport for me.
It's a great sport.
Yeah.
It's a good sport because you go out and smash each other on the field, but then afterwards everyone's mates.
Yeah. It's good. That's what I was thinking. And also, it's a real man's sport. It's like with aggression, where football is kind of. But when I see those prima donnas rolling over when they're touched, I kind of lost all.
Are you a football fan? No, you're not at all.
No, because of exactly what I'm saying. Really, is just that they're very weak. And rugby, they fight, don't they?
It used to be a lot worse. I mean, like, you used to do this thing called rucking, and so basically, if somebody's lying on the ball, you could just basically stand. Well, technically, you're supposed to have backwards motion, but stand on them with your sprigs, with your boots. And so someone can just jump all over someone, and that's gone away now. So it's a lot more. It's a lot cleaner.
So everybody's jumping on you with their studs on.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some punctured lungs there.
You get some. I've still got mates with like
the stud mark.
yes, on on their backs. I played number 10, so I got pulled in occasionally, but
Or does that mean like you're more of a runner?
yeah,
They
kind of like
give you the ball and
first
say, "Run, Forrest,
first five. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Do you watch rugby?
No, I don't. I can't. I'm not really. I might watch the highlights of a boxing match, like the Tyson match I watched the other day. I knew it wasn't going to be that long. His fights never usually are. I think he won that fight. I don't know if you watched boxing.
I watched a little bit of that one.
I watched the MMA highlights, but I won't rush home to watch anything.
Right.
I'm not that kind of person. I won't set aside time to watch it. It's just not who I am.
You just get the highlights on the thing and keep in track. Yeah.
If I miss it, I miss it.
UFC. I mean, I think it's misunderstood UFC from a lot of people. It's like the athleticism and the commitment from those guys is a ridiculous amount of cardio and put their bodies through hell.
It's like being a gladiator.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
A gladiator without the weapons.
Yeah. I see Mayweather's boxing. Who's the YouTube guy?
Is he boxing him?
Yeah.
Oh, I looked at that.
Mate, he's coming out of retirement to box him.
Wait a minute, that don't make sense. He's just doing that for money.
Oh, of course he is.
Because he's going to beat that guy silly.
Oh, yeah. Logan Paul.
Yeah, wait, that's Logan Paul's the one who fought the black guy from YouTube, isn't he?
Yeah.
So it's him!
And if he's coming out...
I looked at him, I thought, I swear I've seen him before.
Even at 60 or whatever he is, Mayweather's going to just box him, I would think. I mean, you saw the McGregor-Mayweather fight.
Yeah.
And people were saying that, I mean, with his legs, it would be a no contest, but...
but obviously it's two different...
It's just like, people don't get it. It's like, if you've boxed for that long, it's... I just think you might get a lucky hit on me, but if he's going to be concerned, he'll just box him down, you know?
Yeah, and also, it's a real art. It's a real art.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, as we're coming to the end of the journey, one question I ask every guest, it's been short but sweet. What's the impact you want to have in the world?
Oh, mate, it's a good question. You know what? I think I used to be all about the big impact on for myself, but baby due in late May.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I just
the first one?
Yeah, first one.
Okay.
And I think I was talking to a mate the other day, and he was like, what do you want on your tombstone? CEO or great dad. And my attitude's angling much more towards great dad and just being.
I thought he was going to say CEO. Yeah.
So I think just keep it simple, mate. Just be.
I think if every man had that attitude to be a great dad, I know some women who say, "Well, he can't be a great husband." Then the world would be a better place.
Yeah, great dad, and whatever you want to add.
Yeah. I will say this: I have a 25-year-old and some other ones younger.
Yeah.
And remember this: biologically, this is a fact. The decision-making part of your brain doesn't fully develop until the age of 25. So when they hit their teens and they start to behave really stupid, remember the taxi driver told you that. Patience and empathy, which will be greatly needed. Greatly needed.
I bet. I mean, mate, very nice to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you too. We hope you liked that interview. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to get the latest daily episode. Ever considered investing in the continent with the fastest growing economy and population on Earth? The same continent that holds 30% of the world's known natural resources? Then listen to our sister podcast, Africa Investor Stories, where you will hear real investors with real stories from around the world share their experience of investing in Africa. We post Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m.